Hello, team. Welcome to this week's Winning Wednesday distributed training. In this session, we're going to focus on two great reports that you can find in your back office that will help you build and manage your business. The first report is your new distributor report, and the second report is your new step-up report. So to access these reports, log into your back office, as I have here. I've logged into test back office and go to my team. Under my team, you'll see a whole list of reports that are very useful, but we're going to start off by clicking the new distributor and member report. And this takes you to that report. And first up, you can choose. This report is going to give you a list of new distributors that have joined your business. And you can select what months you want to view. Okay. And it goes back all the way back. But in this example, I'm going to say, I want to see all the new distributors that join my team in May and June. And you can list the level. In this example, I'm going to say everybody, all available. And don't forget to click apply filters to run the report. And you'll see this little blue bar at the bottom that indicates that the report is thinking about it. The report is running. So we'll wait for that to complete. And there you have it. We've blurred out some areas just to protect information. But you have a whole list of all the distributors that have joined your business in May or June. And you have different columns with information, their ID number, their level to you, whether they're first, second, third, or more level sponsored to you, their first, last name, sign up type. So you have member or distributor. Now, in some countries, you do not have the member option. And so you'll obviously only have distributor. The date that they joined your business, the city that they live in, their sponsor name, the person who sponsored them into the business, and days from last order. So there's a number of things you can do with this report. First of all, I love using the days from last order. If you click this column once, it's going to sort this report from low to high. Okay, so everybody that has placed an order most recently. So all these people that don't have any numbers here, they have placed an order within the last today. But if I click that again, that little arrow is going to go from high to low. So all the people in this report that when they last placed an order. So this person, for example, placed an order 59 days ago. So you can go and have a look at all your new distributors and find out who has joined but hasn't placed an order recently. And you can reach out to them. If you want to find out how to contact them, you can click on their profile picture or their avatar, and a box will be pulled up with their name, their telephone number. You can have a look at their activity, their volumes, what they've done over the previous months, and you can have a look at their product history. What kit did they get started on? What product have they bought since? And this is just great information, so you can have a productive conversation with them. A few other great features of this report. If you wanted to find out who had been sponsored by somebody in your organization, you could go to the sponsor column and use the filter function. By clicking the filter, you could type in somebody's name that you're looking for in your organization, click filter, and you could see exactly who they had sponsored over those months that you selected. What about if you wanted to have a look at everybody that was 5 levels to you? You could go to the level column, click on filter, and we would say we want to see everybody who is less than or equal to level 5. You can select what level. It might be 2, 3 levels to you, and click filter, and there you have it. Everybody in your report that is level 5 or below. And again, you could sort it from high to low by clicking the column. So that is the new distributor report. Use it, have fun with it, play with it. It's great information to help you manage and build your business. The second report we're going to have a look at in this session is your new step-up report. And again, you go to my team and you go down and click on new step-ups to access the report. This report is going to give you a list of all the people that have taken a step in your business, a step to the next title. And you will select the period that you want to view. You can go back to previous months, but in this example, we're going to look at everybody who stepped up in this organization in the month of June. Titles to view. We're going to leave it on all, and I'll show you how to manipulate the titles to get the view that you want. And the level, we want to see all available. Click apply filters. And this will run the report. Little blue bar shows you that the report is running in the background. So you've got to give it a little bit of time. And there you have it, a report of everybody in this organization who took a step in the month of June. Again, you have your ID number, the level of that distributor, their first, last name, the city that they live in, their title, that's the step that they took, their step up month, the upline director, emerald director, and world team. So let's have a look. How do we filter out? I want to see everybody in this organization that took their qualified senior manager step in the month of June. I would go to the title column and I'll click on filter. And I would say everybody who is equal to, okay, the title that I want to view is QSM, Qualified Senior Manager. And I'll click filter. And this report is going to run and it's going to pull up a list of every single person in this organization that took their qualified senior manager step in the month of June. Okay. What happens if I wanted to see managers and senior managers? Again, I'd go to the title, the title column, and I'd say everybody who is less than or equal to a senior manager. Okay, so these are the filters. Feel free to play around with these filters. You're not going to break it. Play around with it so you can give yourself a chance to figure out how it works. But I want to see everybody who is either manager or senior manager. So everybody who is less than or equal to a QSM, and I'll click filter. So now this will run the report and will pull up all of our manager and QSM steps. There you have it. Now I want to see a list of all the managers. So I'm going to click on the title column to filter it from a list of high to low. And as you can see, it's going to give me a list of all the new managers in the organization. And this list will be followed by a list of all the qualified senior managers. If I wanted to filter by, I wanted to see which new step-ups belong to which emerald director or which upline director or world team. Again, I'd use the filter icon and choose. That's if you've got a big organization and you wanted to see which world team or director team these step-ups belong to. So guys, this two very handy reports, the new step-up report and the new distributor report, are two great reports for your organization. Remember, on a monthly basis, to run a good organization, to run a successful business, you need to be communicating with your new distributors, making sure that they're getting off to a good start, that they're using the product, that they understand your team system. And you've got to be incorporating recognition into your monthly business. And so these are two great reports to not only communicate with your new distributors and your new step-ups, but also to recognize them in your weekly or monthly recognition, team recognition, because we know recognition is such an important part of what we do in Neolfe. So use these reports, play with these reports. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our field support teams. Thank you.